Hey, it's Dustin with PaddleBoss, and I want to welcome you to my new video training, how to rapidly break through the 2.5 to 3.5 plateau without drills and clinics, even if you feel like the weakest link on the court. Now, you can probably tell I'm not filming this on the court, and that's because what I'm going to teach you today is a new framework that you can apply immediately without even improving your pickleball skills. Let's face it, there's thousands and thousands of instructional videos on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok, but are they really helping you improve? What you need is not the latest tips on how to hit your drop shot or dink better. You need a system that's easy to follow and actually helps you win more games, attract better partners, and have more fun. That's what this video is all about. Take one of my students, John. He says, I've noticed an immediate improvement in my play and am excited to build on that progress as I use the tools and techniques that Dustin shared with me. You've probably been playing pickleball for a while now and are frustrated with the feeling of letting your partner down by making too many unforced errors. Maybe you have a goal of playing with the more advanced group, but you just aren't there yet. Well, you've come to the right place, because I'm really excited to show you a framework for the game of pickleball that can literally make you a better player today without even improving your skills. I know it sounds too good to be true, but if you stick with me for the next 15 minutes, you're going to discover 3 powerful secrets that are helping pickleball players just like you improve faster, win more games, and most importantly, have more fun on the pickleball court. And one more really important thing that I want to share with you before we get started. If you stick around until the end of the training, I'm going to show you how you can get your hands on our signature paddle, the SpinBoss Pro, absolutely free. Now, you might be wondering, what's PaddleBoss, who's Dustin, and why do I care? I first fell in love with pickleball back in 1988, totally by accident. When I was 12 years old, my parents' utility room flooded while we were on vacation, and the insurance company put us up in a hotel room while it got fixed. The hotel just happened to have a pickleball court, and as a family who had never played before, we had a blast. The following Christmas, my dad bought my mom a pickleball net, which was kind of a weird gift at the time, but my dad had a plan. Little did I know that gift to my mom would change my life forever. We hung it up in the driveway, mapped out a court, and before long, we were playing all the time. For years, pickleball was a part of my identity, but like a lot of people, once I moved out, went to college, and later started a family, I kind of let the passion of pickleball go. Fast forward 20 years, my little family in Central Oregon, and one day we were at the local park and discovered what looked like pickleball courts being built. I turned to my 11-year-old son Xavier and said, if these are pickleball courts, this is going to be our new thing. And that's exactly what happened. We played a lot, especially singles. So for my 40th birthday, I decided to go all in. I signed up for the only tournament within driving distance, which happened to be in Montana. Having no real understanding of the rating system, I decided to sign up for the highest skill level at this tournament, which was the 4.0 plus. The first day was singles. I fought through a tough bracket, played out of my mind, and ended up winning the gold medal. I was on cloud 9 and could barely sleep that night because my mind was racing with excitement. The next day, which was my birthday, was men's doubles. I showed up in the morning and kind of felt like a rock star. Word had gotten around about the new guy from Oregon that beat the local hero. Random people were coming up to me and congratulating me for winning the gold medal. I saw people pointing at me and whispering, and it was awkwardly awesome. It was clear that people thought I was the guy to beat in doubles. Well, I'll spare you the gory details of my doubles performance, but out of the 7 other teams in the round robin, we lost to 5 of them. And I'll be the first to tell you it wasn't my partner's fault. You see, I didn't really understand the shots and strategy behind the doubles game. I had no idea what I was doing. I was popping the ball up, out of position, no strategy, and I lost a lot. You know that feeling when you're excited and have high hopes for something and then it all just gets shattered? Well, that was my 40th birthday. A few months later, I played in another tournament with a different partner. I was ready, or so I thought. Again, most points ended in a dinking rally with me popping the ball up or hitting the net. At one point, my partner turned to me and said, Dustin, you've got to get your dinks down or this is going to be over really quick. And he was right. We were knocked out in 2 matches. I was embarrassed and I felt like I totally let my partner down. And I knew right then I had to figure out the doubles game. That next summer, Xavier and I attended a clinic with Hall of Fame pro Scott Moore. He broke down every shot, when to hit it, and why it matters. It was that clinic that catalyzed the beginning of our 2-year transformation from 3.5 players to winning 5.0 tournaments and developing a simple framework for the game of pickleball that can take anyone stuck at the 2.5 to 3.5 level and propel them to a 4.0 player and beyond. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how it works and how it can help you break through the 2.5 to 3.5 plateau, stop feeling like the weakest link on the court, and finally play doubles with total confidence. So without further ado, let's get into the 3 secrets. Secret number 1 is the right shot, right spot framework. Let me ask you something. Why do you think that you're stuck at the 2.5 to 3.5 level? You don't have anyone to drill or practice with? You haven't had enough time on the court? You're too old? You're not fast enough at the kitchen? What if I told you that none of those reasons are what are actually holding you back? I'm personal friends with men and women in their 70s and 80s who consistently beat strong athletic players in their 30s and 40s. Why is that? And what if your biggest frustrations of unforced errors are part of a bigger problem that's actually easier to fix than drilling for hours or spending thousands of dollars on private lessons or big name clinics? What you need is a better understanding of the game itself. After spending some time analyzing my 40th birthday tournament, I discovered that it wasn't my skills holding me back. Heck, my skills actually got me a gold medal in singles. What was holding me back was my understanding of the doubles game. You see, I didn't know how to play smart pickleball, and specifically, I didn't understand the concept of defense, offense, and neutral positions in a pickleball point. It took me a couple years to learn this and understand that you can gain an offensive position in the point, giving you an advantage over your opponents simply by your shot selection and court positioning. It's what we call the right shot, right spot framework. And when you learn the framework, it changes the way that you look at the game of pickleball. It changes your strategy, and it makes the game a whole lot easier and more fun because doing the right thing on the court all of a sudden becomes second nature for you. This means no more whacking the ball around aimlessly, it means no more confusion on the court, and it means instinctively knowing where to be and what to do in every situation because you have a proven game plan. When you combine the right shot with the right spot, you don't have to be the fastest player on the court. You just quickly become the smartest player on the court. When you get to the 4.0 level and beyond, then you can worry about your shot percentage and drilling and get into the nitty-gritty strategy. But if you want to bust through that 2.5 to 3.5 level, the easiest way to do it is simply by choosing the right shot and being in the right spot to gain an offensive position and win more points. Pickleball is a simple game, so if you aren't focusing on the most simple path to improvement, you're going to continue spinning your wheels and be stuck at your current level. Once I figured out where to be on the court and which shot to hit to get me from defense to neutral or from neutral to offense, I quickly started winning 4.0 tournaments, then 4.5, then 5.0 tournaments from this one simple framework. And more importantly, I had more confidence in my play, and that feeling of always letting my partner down went away. Now let's move on to secret number 2, which is you don't need to be in your best shape to level up. I get it, you probably don't move like you did in your 20s. Maybe someone on your pickleball club is known as a banger and is constantly overpowering you with hard shots. And maybe you freeze on the court because you have so much going through your head on strategy or how to hit the shot, and as a result, you may have given up on the dream of playing at the 4.0 level or higher or winning a medal in a tournament. Well, let me tell you, you aren't alone. But I don't want these thoughts to keep you from advancing to your full potential on the court, so I want to tell you a story about Bert. Xavier and I showed up to some courts here in Arizona, and a group of 4 older guys were there and kindly invited us to mix in with them. One of the guys was named Bert, and he was in his mid-70s. Now, as someone in my 40s, I had an idea of what 70-year-old pickleball play should look like, but let me tell you, these guys could play. Great shots, smart strategy, really competitive. After talking with him for a little while, I learned that Bert played singles, so I asked him to play. I remember that day like it was yesterday, mostly because I can relive how I felt when Bert beat me the first game out of 3. You heard that right, 70-something-year-old Bert took a game from me in singles. It was a fun experience, a little bit embarrassing, but most importantly, I was amazed and inspired. I want to be like Bert, dominating in singles and doubles in my 70s. And I learned something that day. I'm sure I could beat Bert or any of those guys in a 100-yard dash, but speed or age or power doesn't automatically equal better skill. In baseball, tennis, volleyball, football, basketball, you may have a short window in your 20s to play at the highest level. Michael Jordan, Ken Griffey Jr., Tom Brady all played at the highest level for a short window, and then at some point, age, strength, and speed took them out of the game. That's not the case with pickleball and why it's such an amazing sport. Bert wasn't faster, he didn't hit the ball harder, he just knew where to be and what shot to hit, and it neutralized every athletic advantage that I had. Watch Ben Johns during a rally. He's practically walking on the court. He's never in a rush, never off balance, he's not reacting, he's already positioned. Why? Because he's mastered the concept of right shot, right spot, and when you understand that, the game slows down even against bangers. Imagine hitting the right shot so when bangers try to attack, it goes into the net or out of bounds. Right shot, right spot is your kryptonite to use against powerful players. You might be thinking, but I don't have time to drill, and even if I did, no one around me wants to practice. They just want to play. Which brings me to secret number 3, play to practice. Most sports follow the same formula. You practice for 5 days a week so that you're prepared for the game on the weekend. Pickleball's the opposite. We show up, do a short warm-up, and play for 2 to 3 hours. And you're frustrated with this routine because you've been doing it for months and maybe even years without any significant improvement. This was me after my 40th birthday failure. I just kept going out there, not knowing if I should hit a drop shot, a drive, dink, speed up, not knowing where I should be on the court, and not improving. What if I told you that you can implement the right shot, right spot framework into your play so the hours that you spend playing become hours of productive practice? Now, if that sounds like a plan that you'd like to follow, I've got some great news for you. I help 3.0 and 3.5 pickleball players go from feeling stuck and frustrated with their current skill level to becoming advanced players with a 4.0 rating or higher so they can play with confidence, attract better partners, and have more fun on the court. If that sounds like you, I want to invite you to click the link down in the description to apply for a free strategy call to see if you'd be a good fit in our 6-week group coaching program to learn the right shot, right spot framework. This is the framework that'll help you get to the 4.0 level, and the 6-week coaching program is the quickest path to get there. This program isn't for everybody though, but if you're someone that's really serious about breaking through the 3.5 plateau, then I want you to click the link below, schedule a call, and see if the program's right for you.